Hey guys, welcome back to the Angry Artistic, and oh my gosh, it has been quite some time since I've played this. So, yeah, I am going back to doing some of this now. Um, yeah, I have not been on this world in like a month or two. I actually have not checked. But, yeah, I'm going back to doing this today, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the series. So, if you guys were not here last time, we created our first hardcore world, and I said if I just fucked this up, I'd die. Or if I died, I'd just like end the series, and that is still happening. But what I did not expect is I would be busy for a while. And in all fairness, I think with like the busyness and stuff, I feel like I was like, you know what? Well, I've been busy and like I've spent none of that energy like doing anything like I've wanted to do lately, and I've wanted to like put like my new grind set mentality back to this, and I was like, okay, so cool. So yeah, so like I was saying last time, so a lot of shit has actually come out. Well, not really, not a whole lot of stuff, but they have actually recently added a whole bunch of drops and stuff, like new mounts and shit. And sorry, I'm not really feeling the best, so which is why I'm a bit nasally. But Uh, they've recently added like a whole bunch of new fucking like mounts to ride. So now you have more of a variety of like what you want to take around in this game. So I think that's actually kind of dope. So we have done nothing on this world so far. I'm just gonna make that clear. I've been kind of lacking a lot because I haven't played this world in a while. But my goal is to actually get more consistent with the uploading. I'm going to probably be doing one a day and getting like all these prepared on like one individual day. But honestly, it is what it is. I'm just kind of like going at my own pace, but at the same time, I want to start like making more for this channel. So, that being said, I think it's turning night. Yep, that was a correct assumption. So, like I said, this is a hardcore world. If I die, I'm fucked. So, goodbye Minecraft series when I die. And it's like I said last time, I most likely am. I'm not going to be beating this game and like be probably not. If I do, good for me, but I doubt it just because how pride is the one thing that kills you in hardcore. Like you feel any sense of like wanting to take a risk, you'll do it at some point and then you'll die. That at least that's my experience with this, and at some point I gotta start taking higher risks in this because right now, like this is like a bit slow. But right now, since I have no weapons, no nothing to really defend myself, and plus it is on hard mode, I will probably not be doing that just yet. So, uh, yeah. That being said, we're just gonna continue digging into this mountain side here and seeing what we can find. Yeah, so I've been like appreciating all the new shit they've been adding to this. Like I was saying last time how much I really appreciated the drops and shit and like how people are complaining too much, and I've actually noticed that there's been a shift in that shift in that like a lot of people have been like agreeing with me and like going on and saying like how like the drops have changed, and I'm like that's what I'm saying though. It's like I felt like it would take like a minute to settle in, but like the drops are kind of cooler than like how they've been updating the games lately. I feel like they've been because like since I was last on here, they've added like fucking five new things, and it's like I'd rather have and like five cool things. Like they well okay up for debate. Like the undead the new undead skeleton was kind of like okay, you guys could have made that at any time, and the undead camel's cool and all. I don't really think it's that impressive, but the fact that you got both of them on the same update and they weren't like both individually released and like kind of made stupid and just like thrown on the same update, I think that's cool. They also added like a fucking like they added the zombie thing, which is not as impressive to survival. That was always going to happen, so I don't really care about that one as much. But they also added a fucking like an ametite or something, or like, oh yeah, ametite. I can't pronounce those things, but you know what like the fucking like weird prehistoric monster cuttlefish thing, and like they added, and I'm like, that's kind of, and they added an undead version too. So I think I kind of want to see what's up with that shit, but like I don't know, they've been like at least trying with it, and I gotta say I think it's paying them off pretty well. Yeah, I just like that's why I don't really like their whole thing with like like people getting on them about like not updating the like every fucking biome every update. Like I feel like they should do that at some point. Like, but even if they did it in like a drop format, like if they had like a whole plan to like revamp the end, they should. I wouldn't mind if they just did it in like 5 parts with the like the way they're doing this because it's not really that tedious if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so we're just gonna continue digging this like fucking large. Yeah, I'm not really. I don't have any fucking plans for this, honestly. Like, I don't have any big goals. I should probably start situating myself better right now. Is it day out? Is it day? Ah, shit. Okay. I'm being kind of impatient here. Sorry for the bad gameplay. Writes in Discord, hashtag this lowly bad Minecraft player should die. This guy should hang himself. Oh no, fuck. No, I'm just kidding. So, what the fuck was that? That's okay. This guy's poor gameplay has caused me to not wipe. Alright, what the fuck? Therefore, I'm suing. Okay, so. Yeah, there's probably a creeper out there, and I'm probably gonna get blown up. That's just how this happens, but. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna get blown up. Oh, let's go, iron. Yes. I finally become an industrialist. Now time to capitalize off this one product that I found and start quote unquote building cities, but in actuality just getting rid of this iron so I can find better uses of it. And yeah, explaining capitalism with angry artistic. Not A for effort, F for fuck everything. It was bad. Okay. We're just gonna keep going down into this. What the fuck? This is like this is my problem with like when beginning Minecraft. Like it definitely takes like a second to ramp up. It's just like because like the whole game is just like digging and like building shit. But I don't know. Perhaps maybe I'm being a bit too how do I put this? Like maybe I'm overthinking how I want to build this a little bit because this is kind of wide. It's doesn't it could just be too. I don't really care though. I like building my shit spiffy. Yeah, at some point later down the line, I will just start cutting a lot of the. Oh my god, it's so light. And I still think there's a creeper out there from what I saw earlier, but whatever. Keep going. What the fuck? Okay, so yeah, this is like I just kind of want to like fucking. I was gonna say I kind of want day like to happen, which is gonna be some way of forming that sentence, but I'm gonna keep off of that for now. But what I'm trying to say is here is that like th- my God, I cannot English today. It's 3 in the morning. Cut me a break. Yes, this is what I wanted. I wanted the morning to come just because that's like well, this part's kind of boring, but I also don't because like I'm kind of considering skipping a bunch of that and like there's more shit like I could talk about out in the actual world of Minecraft, not like whatever digging this crap is, but I also gotta wait like precisely for that to come up because I don't want to get like shot by a skeleton. Okay, come on. Come on. Fuck. Okay, why the fuck I did that was really stupid. Like everything about that was dumb, but at least I got Monster Hunter, so I can't complain too much. No, that was like really fucking dangerous what I did. Like the fact that I'm not like that. Well, I mean, I don't know, not too dangerous because like that only did take 4 hearts, but like still, I could have fucking died there if I wasn't careful. I don't know why the fuck I keep stripping the bottom log, and that sounds like some very like cheap, like poor sex maneuver. And I'm not even talking about like I'm not even talking about like poor as in like no like if like you cannot afford Wi-Fi that month and you go on Pornhub like that's what you'd find the stripped oak log. No, I'm kidding. I don't watch that shit. I mean, I don't really care if anybody. I get it, like why people watch it, but like I don't know. It's never really been a me thing. But then again, I've always been like kind of a strange individual in that regard. Like I just, it's not like I'm not gonna get into a whole tangent on this just so fucking YouTube doesn't like shadow ban me or some shit. But like I don't know, like I get like the whole appeal and shit, and like I don't really judge people who do it, but like at the same time though, when people talk about like like they're like, ah yeah, all these poor like addicts in the country, and it's like it's just funny to me at least when people start this shit because like I've never really cared for it that much, so it's like so it comes so it's like okay I guess this is a but like it is for certain people, but at the same time though I like I feel like sometimes people like to point at something and like scapegoat that as like the problem. And don't get me wrong, they like I could definitely see that like becoming a bad addiction like in everyday life. I'm not saying no to that, but like at the same time though, I do feel like we do live in a society that tends to just like point at shit and be like, that's the problem when in actuality we're all the fucking problem. So I don't I like again never been like so I don't get real like so when I'm like saying like oh I've never been to porn so get on my like I'm not saying that I'm saying like I get like why it's appealing from like the others like viewing it from where I'm at like I get the appeal to it and like I don't really care if some like because like a lot of people are and it's not really me bragging it's just me being like oh I've just like I guess I have like a more neutral take on it just because like I've it's not even like out of like some weird like control like oh I'm not gonna let this control me factor it's just like I've just as a kid I've never like I maybe looked at it once when I was like a really really young kid and like and I mean like I just got interested and like I never really cared for it again like it didn't even like I wouldn't even say it fucking scarred me or anything I just had access to the like computer and I'm like I think I sucked out like the rebelliousness of that day I'm like ooh boy I'm gonna like do this shit and then like I did and then I just never like I feel like right then and there like the secretism and like the fun part about it was just gone and like I don't think that's my only like Like I'm not saying like that's like the reason why, but like I don't know. That's just like I kind of found that I could have access to it, and I'm like I don't really give that much of a shit. And I've kind of thought that throughout like the rest of my fucking childhood. It's weird, but who knows? Yeah. Weird conversations. YouTube's probably gonna like shadow ban me or some shit, but it is what it is. All I'm saying is like as long as it doesn't fucking like as long as you truly believe like and like you have to truly believe this because like some shit's just bad for you and like you probably don't even know it and you probably no well you probably deep down do know it but you don't want to like get off it. Like if shit's affecting your life in a detrimental manner, that's when it becomes like an addiction to me. Like if shit's just like if you don't mind, it's not really doing you any harm, and your psychology is over it, and like you feel like it's not like benefiting or like sorry like depreciating your life more than if you genuinely feel like it's depreciating your life to a point where it's like unlivable or you feel like so anxious you can't get out of bed in the morning, that is like okay maybe like it's not for you, maybe like you need to get on some different vices or some shit. But that to say though, that's kind of like the problem with addiction though, because like people don't but like at the same time though, like if it's affecting you in a detrimental manner and you genuinely know it's affecting you in a detrimental manner, it's probably best to like maybe get on like a bit of a road there of like not doing that shit. But like that's the thing though, like which is why like with a lot of these people like throwing like, ah yes, like um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a dumb example. Oh yeah, like I guess reading books is now a fucking addiction or some shit, even though nobody does it anymore. Or like I don't know. I make fun of all these fucking like like clearly male driven performances podcasters that like always are talking like shit and they have no degrees, and I'm not totally not fucking implying that the wonderful and intelligent Joe Rogan isn't all up is all he's cracked up to be. Oh, what did I say it? Oops. But no, what I'm saying is like I just don't like I don't care that much about another dude's life, like to start throwing judgments because, like, I don't really give a shit. Like, in that regard, like, I'm not like your dad. Like, I'm trying to solve shit for myself, and it's like like any person could give you like really like better advice than like a lot of those dudes. You just have to like listen more. That's like the problem I feel like with most societies. People like act like all like, oh well, I've been beaten down my whole life and I want to get back up. And it's like, you see, your problem already right there is that the fact that you're thinking of yourself a little bit too much. Like, you got to stop thinking about how you want to respond to people and start thinking about, like, how what they are saying and, like not how you want to respond to that particularly because like once you start overthinking that shit you're fucked. Like you're not going to do as well in that regard. But then like all these guys think of like these missed social cues are like making them being hated by the world, and it's like no, it's not really true. It's like you're noticed. It's just like it's not that you're like or like nobody dislikes you. It's just like like the thing is, I think you're overthinking this shit too much, and you gotta like listen more to people. Like if you want more of that like interaction, which like a lot of these dudes think they're like interacted like not being interacted with because like they watch porn. No, no, nobody fucking gives a shit about that. And like in the most like literal fucking sense, like nobody does. Nobody wants to know about it. Like nobody gives, but like nobody like has access to your unless they're your friend or some shit. Like or like someone you trust a lot. But like even then, like nobody fucking does that. So like I don't, so like nobody has access to that shit. They're not thinking of you to that level. Stop like acting like they are because like the moment you start like thinking like that, you just become another selfish asshole. And like I don't know. I'm just kind of like coming from a place of like where I was in my teenage years. So like at least part of the problem, but like a lot of and like I feel like that's actually leads astray a lot of people, and it's tough line of thinking, especially because like when you're like in your teenage years, you're like, I want to like get everybody to think about me, and it's like, I want to be like the like secret underdog captain that comes out of nowhere, but like, nah, thinking too much about that shit just like it becomes a plague of its own, and it's just like not worth it. Because like if you really want like like social like or like a better social life, or like whatever you're going for, or like like popularity, or like more money or some shit, that's not how it's going to work. Like you have to be able to listen in this world. It's not a matter of like who's the big, like you could like always chase your dream, but like if you're going to do that, have like an idea at hand, have like your own thing, like have like something you created. Don't just like I don't know, don't like go with that idea. Don't just fucking randomly like I don't know, just don't try and like I get like the whole business venture of like marketing yourself and market yourself, do whatever you got to do, but like there's a point where I think it just becomes too much for people, and like some people get like with the human ego and how that can turn to arrogance. I feel like sometimes that just doesn't end well. But anyway, guys, I got a bunch more videos to make tonight, and I'll catch you in the next one. So, not really much happened in this episode, but yeah, we're gonna kind of pick it up. And plus, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't die in this world yet. So, yeah, this has been the Angry Artistic, and yeah, catch you guys later.